Diana, chronologically. Young boy, Canada, 13, 14. All of the chemistry was working. We all know at this age that it's all about the brain. And unfortunately, we were both, well, men were given a penis and a brain, but not enough blood for both. So invariably, there was a great deal of conflict going on at 13, 14, and 15. And I saw this girl, her name was Diana, and I was very much attracted to her. But, you know, back then, you know, it was how old you were, how tall you were, who you lived with, and she really wanted nothing to do with me. But I kept sending messages out and no return. So I wrote a song. I took a poem, I got thrown out of shorthand, and I took music, because I hated shorthand. Even though I worked at the paper, all I wanted to do was write. And I typed 70 words a minute. And I wrote this poem, Diana. I'm so young, you're so old. This Diana, I've been told. Not very poetic, but there you have it. If I were writing it today, it would be, I'm so old and you're so young. I don't know if I'd have a chance. But anyway, I wrote the song, and then I would sing it at these parties. I'd sing it at church, and she kind of got the message that I wrote it. And she showed up one night at a party and kind of looked at me and thought it was so cute, you know, thank you. And out she went. I mean, nothing happened. And I wanted to get to New York with this song. So I looked in the paper, and I saw an ad for IGA food stores, and it said, win a trip to New York, collect Campbell's soup cans. So I got a job at IGA packing the groceries. And I'd take the address of all the women that would buy the Campbell's soup, and after work I'd go to them and I'd say, can I have the labels off your soup cans? And, you know, who's this kid? They gave me the labels. I win the trip and I come to New York. And I win the trip, and I'm staying at the Sloan House, the YMCA, right? And I look at New York and I go, wow, I've never seen a place like this. I gotta wind up here. This is it. The following year, still having Diana, I borrowed some money. I'd already had some money from my paper route, and I was a caddy at the golf course. And I came down, I slept in a bathtub at the President Hotel in the 40s, and I made the rounds with this song, Diana, and I wound up at ABC Parliament. It becomes a big hit. I fly my parents down. They're still totally like deer in headlights. And Diana becomes a huge hit. I go back to Ottawa, Time Magazine, I'm in all the papers, and this girl shows up like we've been married for 30 years. Hi, Diana, how are you? Oh, Paul, you know. But I'd already been to Europe. I'd been to Asia. And indigenous to this occupation, when you first hit, there's no shortage of women. I sadly submit to you. So I had a little experience in that field. I balanced my life out, and I said, you know what, Diana, there is no future for you and I. And that was the end of it, and that's the background to Diana. But I will thank her for motivating me to write that song.